Today I thought I'd do something very different because I've kind of beaten the charts to death. There's nothing new I've got to say about the markets. So instead, I want to talk about my beloved website slopeofhope.com, because there are hundreds of pages on this thing, and even for me, who built it bit by bit for the past 20 years, I lose track of just how much stuff there is here. It is a treasure chest of goodies. So what I wanted to do is go through 10 different pages on the site, just 10, because like I said, there's hundreds, that I think are often overlooked and well worthy of your attention. And below this video, I'm going to put the links to all of them, even though it's pretty obvious how to get to any of them. But that's just the kind of guy I am. Anyway, we're on the homepage here, and this isn't one of the 10 pages. I will just mention, though, that slope tiles is a very cool way to craft your homepage to your liking. You can arrange all these elements any way you want, and isn't that spiffy? So yeah, just don't forget slope tiles, and it's there's information over here on help to learn about slope tiles. Anyway, let's go through these 10. The first one is Chart Lab. And this is a very unique critter that was probably one of our most recent additions to the site. But it allows you to arrange tiles of financial instruments in a way that I haven't seen done anywhere else. And I'm not demonstrating it here, but this very nice little help page is there that you can get a real taste of what Chart Lab is all about. Next item is the guide to patterns. You can just click right on the menu like so, and it shows you 16 key chart patterns. But the nice thing it does is that it ties back to a lot of other information on the site. There's an example, there's a description, and there's also a link to all the other examples users have put of this pattern, as well as a video about the pattern. So it's just a nice reference for you. The next item, and as you can see, I'm kind of going from menu to menu here. We're just on the leftmost chart menu, is the video guide to slope charts. Slope charts itself has an insane number of features, and people have sometimes asked for like a tutorial or a educational segment. That's here already. All these videos are done with all the different elements and aspects of slope charts for you to learn about. So that information is at the ready. Next one up, I feel like I'm doing David Letterman's top 10 list here. Over in the equities menu, biggest companies. That kind of tells the story, doesn't it? But we keep an up-to-date sorted list of the largest capitalization companies. As you can see, Apple's the king right now. It's beat NVIDIA. So we've got here the rank, the cute little logo, the symbol, the name, the last 30 days of chart data, the market cap, the nominal price per share, and the change. And today was a pretty green day, so there's lots of green on the screen. So yeah, that's biggest companies. Next up is correlations. And this produces a value on this matrix of stocks. I'll just choose one here, ranging from -1 to 1, showing how correlated items are. And so you can choose from your watch lists here, and it'll just lay all those out and show you the correlations. This particular one is my bullpen, and you can set the, you can either hand type the symbols into the watch list, into the time frame, and it's very spiffy stuff. There's a lot of number crunching going on in the background, so you can see how these items relate to one another. These are all bullish charts, so they tend to be fairly green, obviously. They tend to be fairly well correlated. Next item is also fairly recent. This is the historical earnings. And you can punch in any symbol you like, and it'll grab the expected earnings in blue and the actual earnings in black. So the poor old Intel shown there. But we're in the thick of earnings season now, so this is obviously even more relevant. This is one of my favorites, and I have yet to see this anywhere else. This is our market cap charts, and it shows you just that, the market capitalization of any given company that you punch in. And as with slope charts, you can zoom in, and it'll show you the value as you move about. But this is, I actually see, this shows you how I don't know my own site. I wonder, I don't remember if it lets you enter multiple. Yeah, it does. multiple symbols. Well, maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. Yeah, no, it looks like just one symbol at a time. Okay, so onward, the next one. Actually, before I resume, a little silly on my part, the reason it looked like the second chart wasn't showing is because Apple is worth so much more than, in this case, John Deere, that it's this pathetic flat little line. So I beg your pardon, it certainly does show multiple charts. So yeah, forget it. Told you I didn't know my own site, but it's got so much I lose track. All right, now we have the Power Screener, and this is our own take on a screening program. Very simple to use. You just drag the these sliders any way you like, and any time you do that, it has to kind of crunch the numbers again. We've also got these very cool optional choices down here where you can establish price extremes and compare the price to certain moving averages or moving averages to one another. So very, very spiffy screener and quite new for this year on Slope. This next one's free to everybody. It's the SuperSummary page. And this is for equities. And what it shows you for any given symbol, it'll show you the chart, a lot of basic information about it, including short interest. It will show statistics. How about that? You know, no sell or strong sells on NVIDIA on their analyst. The implied volatility, the current market meter, when their next earnings are coming out. I have to check that. That seems a little far out. And news with accompanying graphics. Very cool stuff there. So any given chart you punch in, it'll provide that information. Okay, so that is the SuperSummary page. And the last 10th one is the woulda, shoulda, coulda page, which you may have seen from time to time. I think Bloomberg does it. Somebody does. Like, if you had bought Apple in 2005, here's what it would be worth today. You don't have to wait for those articles. You can punch in anything you want. This is great for self-torture. You can say, well, if I bought just $10,000 for NVIDIA back in, I don't know, 2010, what's it worth today? $3.25 million. And the cool thing about here is not only does it show you the net change, 32,000 freaking %, but also over the course of the time, what's the biggest drawdown you would have had to endure? So if you're like, I wish I would have bought it. Oh, that's very cute. Would you have just sat there while it fell 70% and done nothing? Yeah, I didn't think so. It also shows the maximum loss, which is from that 10,000, what's the very worst you were at? And you would have suffered, that 10,000 would have gotten down to like $4,700. And again, you have to say, well, I would have just crossed my arms and waited because I knew the future. Okay. So little fun psychological experiment for you there. All right, well, that is it. And you know what? I intended to do this as just 10, and there were so many, I'm going to actually make 2 videos. So this is the first one, and I'm going to make the second one and publish that a little bit later on.